Number 2, first team division, first team conference, 6'1" senior guard, Captain Dante Wilk. Number 5, second team division, 6'3" senior forward, Captain Marcus Pate. Number 22, second team division, 6'4" senior center, Captain Jackson Ogle. And number 25, a 6'5" forward, sophomore Ben Gorman. Westerly is coached by Mike Gleason, assistant coach Jody Vaca.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium for a bonus installment of Westerly basketball. This is the Rhode Island State Tournament, and the Westerly Bulldogs are here hosting the Mount Pleasant Kilties. During the regular season, it was a thriller, folks. Double overtime. The Kilties edged the Bulldogs in a heated battle. The Bulldogs, however, were able to maintain a game advantage throughout the season, and that's why we're here today. This is undoubtedly, without a doubt, the last time the seniors will ever play here. And that is a big deal, folks. They've been here for 4 years. They love this place. A lot of emotion's going to go into this game. If they win, they move on and they head to Rick, and they play more than likely LaSalle waiting. That's then. This is now. We're ready for the tip. Senior Ogle, Jackson Ogle, number 22, set to jump for the Bulldogs. A lot of emotion in the gym today. Dog pound just filing in. Fan bus coming down from Mount Pleasant. This is a big game, folks. This is going to be the final game of the 2021-2022 season for one of these two teams, and the last game for the seniors of one of these two teams. Starting it off, Dante Wilk with the ball, off to Samo. Hake has it now. A little rotation, and they got Wilk at the baseline with it. Finds Gorman in the middle. Nice cut, nice play to start the game. 2-0 Bulldogs. Crisp play to open the game for Westerly, who to get into this game had to play a play-in game, and boy did they play. They were 48-19 winners against Moses Brown, and more than anything, that's a great defensive performance. Nice play to counter it by the Kilties to open things up. Number 11, Ventura on the cut, takes it to the hole for the Kilties, 2-2. So Wilk to Samo, Gorman posting, and Hake swings to the other side, Wilk with it. Samo, little head fake, takes it to the hole. A little pressure on the defense, doesn't fall, and the Kilties try to come away with a good job by Samo to follow up, and it's a jump ball. Arrows in favor of Mount Pleasant. So Westerly will get the next one. Mount Pleasant will take possession here, however. So I'm sure we will see a lot of playing time for the seniors. And this is really all about the seniors. Wesley's had a great season. Number 2 for the Kilties, Santos with it, waiting for something to cut and open up underneath. Samo playing one-on-one. I believe there's a travel. A nice defense by Jesse Samo, forcing the travel as he lost his footing. Turnover force. Wilk will inbound to Samo. Back to Wilk, who will take it up. The dog pound in gray today. Early start. Wilk has it. Ogle with it underneath. Physical player, another senior for the Bulldogs. Had a good season, and they just called for a travel. I thought it might have been a little contact on the wrist. Good defense by Mount Pleasant. 2-2, even start. I think this is going to be a good battle all the way, folks. Evenly matched teams. They were all season long. They were within one game of each other. Like I said, the Bulldogs were able to maintain that one-game edge. That is why they're an 8 seed, and Mount Pleasant is a 9 seed, despite having lost to them. Both teams know that this is it for the season if they lose. Turnover on the errant pass, aimed for Ramsey, unable to handle it, and it will go back to the Bulldogs. So both teams started out with great plays offensively, right to the hoop, 2 quick buckets, and we've seen just good defense since then. Samo has it, and he's going to give it to Hake up top. He gets it to Ogle underneath, got Gorman posting, nothing there. 3, Wilk, no good. Long rebound goes to Gorman, nice job, out to Hake. Takes it hard to the hole, contact, no whistle, and the Kilties come away with it. So good defense by Mount Pleasant again, and Westerly doesn't come up with anything. Mount Pleasant swings at the perimeter again, setting up their offense. So they're playing a very set offense. Hake switches, but gives a little room. Runner off the backboard, too strong. Ogle with a good rebound for the Bulldogs. So we'll head back in Westerly's direction. So 2 quick scores and then 2 minutes scoreless here. Wilk has it, triple teamed almost, couldn't get through. Kilties get the turnover. Nice pass over Ogle, good job. 3 conversion. That's Desmond Upchurch for the Kilties. Timeout by Westerly. Coach Gleason doesn't like what's going on offensively, I'm sure. The score 4-2, 5.5 to go, first quarter. Our introductions, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside owner-producer Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. Together we are Westerly.live and Westerly.radio. Bringing you all Westerly sports action. After this, there's a little hiatus, and I'll talk about the opening of the 5 spring sports that we will be touching on this spring. That is the end of the quick timeout. This production is brought to you in part by Strategia, website design and maintenance, social media management, search engine optimization, local company with local strategies to help your company stand out on the web. That is Strategia. So that is it for the timeout. See if Coach Gleason switched up anything offensively. Let me see if there were any substitutions. And we have the same lineup in. 3 seniors for Westerly. Sophomore Gorman and Samo. Hake with it, up top, swings to Wilk. Ogle with it, and they're looking to swing on the perimeter. Hake has it. Looking for something underneath, nothing there. Samo with it. Good defense so far. They have Ogle, baseline 3, open, and nothing there, and the rebound, Kilties. Number 11 in on the rebound, Ventura, junior guard. So the Kilties will take it up and again let their offense set up. First quarter and fourth quarter, they're going to be setting up right in front of the dog pound. That is advantage Bulldogs as the dog pound is growing, and it's a 3 for the Kilties. Contested that goes long. Hake with the long rebound, another no score. 4-2, 4.5 to go, first quarter. And Wilk all the way to the hoop. I think he tried to give it away a little too late. Turnover, the Kilties will run. And Hake gets a hand in on it, breaking the easy shot. And there's going to be a whistle on Wilk. So I think Wilk could have taken it to the hole that last one. Got a little bit too cute with the last pass. The Kilties forced the turnover. And Westerly now has 3 team fouls. Kilties will inbound under their own hoop. And timeout Mount Pleasant. So they also are in a little bit of an offensive stalemate is what's in front of us here, folks. So we're going to go on a quick break, and we will be right back.
Dunkley Cooling and Heating was started by my father out of our home in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. And he had a vision after he got out of the Navy and worked for a local heating and cooling company to provide for his family. That's where our company started. We service and install heating and cooling systems. Gas, heat pumps, boilers, furnaces, air conditioners, ductless mini splits. We're an award-winning company, great reviews. I'm involved in the business. We care about our customers. There's nothing worse being out.
Welcome back, folks, and the Kilties set to inbound, holding a massive 4-2 lead here halfway through the first quarter of action. Looking for someone that was close to the 5-second. Good D by the Bulldogs on the inbound. He did get it off, and number 11 with it for the Kilties, swings number 2, and they're going to set up their offense again. And again, like I said, a huge advantage in the first and fourth here for the Bulldogs. And the 3 attempt for the Kilties, no good. Samo with the rebound. Having won the tip, forcing Mount Pleasant to score in front of the dog pound. Hake to the hole, and he gets called for the offensive. And there is a good-sized Kilty crowd on hand here, as I do believe the fan bus has arrived and filled in the other side of the gym. And we are in for a good night of action, folks. Federico Gymnasium never disappoints. Grateful to the Bulldogs for earning this opportunity. State playoff action here, folks. 8 seed versus 9 seed. Last time the Bulldogs going to hit the court this year. Number 3 for the Mount Pleasant. Banks home a deep 3. Don't know if he meant to, but he did, and it counts. 7-2 Mount Pleasant. The Bulldogs were up 2-0. They scored 5 seconds in. They're in a 4.5-minute scoring streak at Ogle. They run a nice play right there as I'm speaking. Break their scoreless drought, 7-4. That was a big score for the Bulldogs, as they had been over half the quarter without a bucket. And a huge block by Samo. Ogle picks it up. He tries to press, and he is forced to kick back. which he does. Turnover by Mount Pleasant. Nice D by the Bulldogs. Samo has it at the baseline. And that is going to be a steal by Mount Pleasant. And Westerly tries to wrap him up. Mount Pleasant calls a timeout, I believe. And they do before the jump ball was called, because Westerly will gain possession on the next jump. So Mount Pleasant will take possession after the timeout. So after a huge lull in scoring, a couple of quick buckets, and right now they'll take them however they can get them. This is going to be a high-intensity game, folks. It's just going to build up as we go. The crowd's going to get more into it. It's going to fill more in. They're used to the 7 o'clock start. They got the 6 o'clock start. And as the minutes dwindle down, that pressure of this being it, everything on the line, in addition to last game ever here, I promise you these Bulldogs are going to leave everything on the court for us today, as they have done all season. On the other end, the ladies didn't disappoint all year long. They graduate nobody. They return with 2 juniors who will be seniors and a hefty freshman and sophomore class from this year returning. So the future looks extremely bright for the Lady Bulldogs. And now we are back to the men, and let's go Bulldogs chant from the Bulldog Pound. Samo on the ball up top. Working around to pick the Kilties. Ogle on the ball. Swings to number 11, Ventura. Takes the pick. Tries to charge to the hoop. Ogle fouls him, looking for the block. Got a little too much in the hand. He was actually behind the backboard. He had got himself a little bit too deep. Regardless, he's going to head to the line for their first attempts of the day. Coach getting some coaching time in here on the first of 2 free throws. And it looks like Mello Hamlin about to enter, the sophomore guard for the Bulldogs for the first time today. The crowd amps up. Free throws no good. Score maintained 7-4 here. Federico Gymnasium. Just over 2.5 to go. Quarter number 1. State playoff game here. Looking to head to Rhode Island College on March 6th to play what everything seems would be a waiting LaSalle Academy team who lost in the division championship. 0 for 2 on the free throws. So the Bulldogs make out there, Hamlin in with possession. Bulldogs trailing only by 3. And Hake has it. They're swinging the perimeter. Hamlin shoots a 3 as he comes in the game. First shot, no good. Samo with the rebound. Wilk, head fake, takes it to the hoop, drops it off to Hake. Back up top, Hamlin has it. He's going to drive, and he gets fouled. He dumped it off, but he might get credit for the shot attempt. He was in the air. Let's see what they give him. And they're going to call it on the floor. He didn't fool anybody. Sometimes, though. Hake on the inbound. Bulldogs with 3 team fouls. Kilties with 1. Looking at the inbound. Inbound goes to Mello Hamlin. 3-pointer by Wilk. And it goes nowhere for the Bulldogs. Long rebound goes to the Kilties. Up to number 1, a little bit too deep. Nice hands by Wilk defensively. Slapped it off of him. It's going to be a turnover, and the Bulldogs will get it back. So the Bulldogs have played great D. And if there is a home end of the court, they've only given up 7 points here. Offensively lagging a little bit. Coming off a 48-19 victory versus Moses Brown. Hamlin, beautiful reverse layup, fouled in the process. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 for the Bulldogs. So he comes in the game extremely aggressively, fires off a 3 the first time he touched it, and he's attacked the hoop both times. Now he heads to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. And it's good to see a little bit more of that. They haven't had a lot here in the first quarter. That is the second team foul for the Kilties, whose student section is good size of their own, and they amp up for the free throw, and it is no good for the Bulldogs. So all the way from the other end of the state, they have matched the Dog Pound in size and fury of the crowd. Love to see that in high school action, folks. And you only get that from Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. If you want Westerly Sports, here we are, live on release. Second free throw is good, 7-5 the score. Trailing only by 2, number 2, Prince Santos, the senior guard for the Kilties. playing a very controlled, methodical offense here. Looking for the cut. Same old Foster can pick up his dribble. Same doing a great job defensively on him. They're working it inside. Open three, number 5 for the Kilties is no good, long. And long rebound, number 2. Santos dishes it off, number 3. Another fadeaway 3 from the baseline. No good, ill-advised shot. And that is Samo with another rebound. He's got a lot of rebounds here tonight. Wilkes going to take it to the hoop, a lot of body, kicks it out to Hamlin. Physical defense by both teams. Hake has it. No look, and they get their hands in on it. Beautiful job saving it to the Kilties, but Hamlin comes away with it. Samo wide open for the 3. Good look by Hamlin. 3 is no good. Reach in by Wilk. Another foul. That's dangerous here. You don't want to see him get too many in the first quarter. It's only the second. But that no doubt was going to put him out of the game for a few minutes. So with 1:11 to go in the first quarter, senior Wilk has 2 fouls. So that's something to look at early. He's going to get a couple minutes, and he does, as Williams enters the game. Ogle re-enters the game. Williams, an excellent defender for the Bulldogs, a junior. And Samo having a good game so far. Bulldogs are 0-4 from deep. They haven't converted a 3 yet. And Samo reaches in and picks his pocket almost 2 times, takes it the length of the court, fouled on his way to the ground he goes. But he's going to get 2 free throws. Great defense, great aggressive play by the sophomore, who has tried to spark this offense several times here tonight, will go to the line. So the Bulldogs with 14 fouls, quite a bit for the first quarter, and now Samo has worked them, and Hamlin did a good job of bringing the Kilties up to 3. So the first free throw for the Bulldogs, for Samo that is no good. So Hamlin split the first 2 of the day for the Bulldogs, and now Samo looking to do the same and cut the deficit to 1. We are live on release. Hagen Ogle in the box on the Bulldogs. Second free throw, no, bounces its way home. It gets in the hard way. 1-point game here, folks. And we are under a minute in the third quarter. No teams in double digits yet. And Samo again almost picks his pocket. Great defense. He's got Santos' number right now. And they get it underneath. Samo again, body defense. Ogle on the ball with a near block, and Ogle rips down the rebound. That is just great defense by the Bulldogs all around. But I got to tell you, Jesse Samo's been doing it since the tip. They may not have a 3, but they're doing it in other aspects of the court for sure. Hake with the pick, got to be careful. And he has it up top, Hamlin with it now. Ogle open from the perimeter. He tries to get it inside to Williams. Kilty's got a hand in on it, Hamlin with it. Kicks out to Samo a little bit behind him, unable to set up. Williams with it. And Hamlin has it in the baseline. Kilty's doing a good job, and Hamlin slips. It's a turnover. Stop and pop at the buzzer, and it rims out. So the score 7-6 after 1 quarter of play. Folks, it was a 2-2 game within 10 seconds. So we got about a 5-4 game for 7 minutes and 50 seconds of the first quarter to play. Good defense on both sides. We're going to head to a quick break between quarters, and we will be right back with some heated action, folks.
One of the things that we've noticed is since we started working with Strategia, we're getting better quality leads. Leads are coming to us and they're almost pre-qualified. They're looking at our website, they're seeing what we can do, and they're deciding that they want to work with us.
We are back, folks, and we are in the break between the first quarter and the second. If you are just tuning in, I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. This production is brought to you in part by Strategia, local company with local strategies to help your company stand out on the web. First quarter, story of defense on both sides. The Kilties converted 1 3-pointer as they banked it home from about NBA range. They have 2 other field goals. They are 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Not a great offensive output. They have compensated with great defense. The Bulldogs have been unable to convert from the 3-point line as well. They are 2 for 4 from the free throw line. So they have 2 field goals and 2 free throws. Again, not an offensive output. Credit to the Kilties defense. Let's see what adjustment both coaches made. Hake is going to inbound to Hamlin to start the quarter. On the court, Samo, stellar tonight so far, especially defensively. Williams with it in the paint, looking out, kicks it back to Hake. Ogle on the baseline. So the Bulldogs swing. Out to Samo, and they reset. Hake has it again. Back to Ogle. Underneath to Hamlin. Contested. Nice look underneath to Hake. Good double clutch, great pivot, and a quick bucket for the Bulldogs. So much like the first quarter, great offensive play to start action, right on the board with a field goal. Let's see if they can work off that here in the second quarter. Number 0 with the ball, Amato, sophomore guard for the Kilties, comes right in and fires a 3, no good. Ogle with the long rebound, and Hamlin has it. So Bulldogs 8-7, their first lead since 2-0. Hake for 3, good! And now bang, just like that, their biggest lead of the night, 11-7, their first lead since 2-0. And now their offense has scored 5 points in about 1 minute here in the second quarter, nearly matching the first quarter output. And number 1 for the Kilties is a 3-point attempt over the backboard. It bounces, no good. So the Kilties have 1 3-pointer good. They've attempted, I don't know, a rough estimate, about 5 or 6. And the Bulldogs are 0 for about, rough estimate, to get 4 or 5 of their own. So neither team in sync from long distance. Bulldogs open up with 2 nice plays. Hake buries their first 3 of the night, who has had a big night off the ball, much like Samo. Hamlin with it, just playing aggressive ball, takes it to the hoop. It is blocked by 2 Kilties out of bounds. I like his aggressive style. He's going to the hoop, he's dishing, he's looking for fouls and looking to complete the play. Great aggressive start for him. Inbound to Williams. Hake has it, back to Williams. Kilties playing tight on the perimeter. Ogle has it. And he hasn't used the dribble yet, tries to. Can't split the defense. Got away with one there. Williams has it now for the Bulldogs. And he fires something long and gone. And that was just looking for a shot clock violation. Avoidance by Williams, put in a tough predicament there. And they get hit with a shot clock violation as he is forced to turn around, fade away, NBA 3. So the Bulldogs, as well as myself, got to be a little bit more aware of the shot clock moving forward. So the Bulldogs, 11-7 lead here, 6:14 to go, quarter number 2. 2021-2022 Rhode Island State Tournament playoff action, Federico Gymnasium. Winner heads to Rhode Island College. Hake on D, playing physical D, great defense. Number 2, Santos with it. Hamlin on it, shoots the runner, and hits it from the baseline. 11-9 score. Samo with it, to the hoop he goes, blocked but fouled. So he will head back to the free throw line. Aggressive offense by the Bulldogs here in the second quarter, and they are being rewarded. Back to the line we go. Both teams with 4 team fouls, 2 more to give. So Samo on the line for 2. First one's off the mark. Especially tonight, folks. They don't want to look back on this and say, if we had only hit the free throws, we would be able to play one more game. These seniors know one more game is just means so much. This is their high school career. They're talking about second one, we're live, and it drops. 12-9, 3-point advantage. The intensity on this one, from the players on the court to the stands to myself, is just going to grow as the minutes dwindle. Number 3 off the pick. Runner, no good. Ogle with the rebound over 2 Kilties. And he creates space for himself, and now Hamlin will take it up. And he is just playing aggressively from the get-go here tonight. To Hake, and Gorman has it, baseline. Ogle open underneath, doesn't land, and puts it off the backboard and in. Nice play by the Bulldogs, nice finish by Jackson Ogle, the senior. 14-9, biggest lead by 5 for the Bulldogs. And Santo, number 2, takes it to the hole for the Kilties, can't convert. One of the Bulldogs got too much body. Might have been Gorman. No, Hamlin in on the foul. So it's only his first personal. It is Westerly's 5th team. They have 1 more to give with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. So Santos on the line for the Kilties for 2. The coach gets his coaching time in on the first. I like the strategy. And they will now line up for the second as we are live on release. First one is good, 14-10 score. You'd expect a dog pound to wake up here for the second free throw. We are live on release. Gorman and Hake on the block for the Bulldogs. And the free throw is good. 3-point ball game. Hake will inbound. and it looks like the Kilties are going to press here for the first time, and they do. Bulldogs get it over half court, and a little too much body on the Kilties. So Samo is fouled as he crosses midcourt on the floor. The Bulldogs will take it. That is the 5th team foul for the Kilties. So both teams have only one more to give. On the court for the Bulldogs, number 11, Rafferty. And a turnover for the Bulldogs, and way too much body there on the defense. But he shows that he is here to play. That is aggression right there as he takes down number 2, Santo, the senior guard. Bulldogs aggressive defense here tonight, claiming home court, 3-point advantage. I do recall that last regular season matchup that went to double OT here, and it was much like this. Number 0 is with shots waved off, travel called. I thought so on that spin. Good defense there by the Bulldogs. I do believe the Bulldogs held the lead for the majority of that game as well, and had a few opportunities to put it away in overtime. Were unable to do so. Free throws mattered that night as well. We gotta hope there's definitely no replay of that. So the Bulldogs are doing an okay job. Soft press by the Kilties. Hake crossover. He gets through 3 defenders to the hole and goes to the free throw line as he is fouled on the way. So the Bulldogs, all in all, much more aggressive offensively. That's across the board. Hamlin, Hake, Samo. So Hake will get 2 free throws. Both teams have no more fouls to give. First free throw finds its way in. Tiptoes the rim and falls in, 15-11. And those are the rolls that you need to see here in the playoffs. Second free throw's live and it spins its way in. Both of them interesting, both of them good. 2 points, 16-11. And here we go. Santos has it for the Kilties. We're under 5, 4.5 to go in the half. Gorman, great defense. Gets a hand in, puts it off number 1. Buchanan, the senior for the Kilties, and the Bulldogs will take the turnover. Samo will inbound as the Kilties press. Hamlin has it to Samo. He gets it. Rafferty has it. Nice dish to Gorman to the hoop, and good. You can't break a press better than that. 18-11, biggest lead of the night. Kilties again playing a controlled offense. Setting up. Tries to use a pick, that's a mover, doesn't get called. And the pass behind him out of bounds. And that's gonna go in the Bulldogs' favor. And the crowd waking up. And I told you there's a timeout on the court, I believe. There is a whistle. No timeout, but the Bulldogs will inbound. And as the minutes go, it's gonna get louder in here, folks. This is the season we're talking about. This is careers here we're talking about. And the crowd's waking up. Hamlin to Hake for 3. Just off, and the Kilties will have it. And it looked like they were going to run the pass a little behind. They still go to the hoop with it. Shot strong, Gorman with the rebound. Bulldogs doing an excellent job preventing offensive rebounding on the part of the Kilties. They find Samo wide open for 3, no good. Bulldogs are now homing in as Hake has their only 3 of the day. So from long distance, they are not firing. Gorman has it underneath, nice pivot move. Gets himself too far, uses the fade, a little bit too strong. Rebound goes off the knee of the Kilties. We're going to hit the floor, and there's a foul on the floor. And that is going to get called against number 13 of the Kilties. So that is going to put the Kilties in the penalty. Then the Bulldogs will go to the line for a 1-and-1. So the rest of the way this half, the Bulldogs will head to the free throw line. And that's good news. Working off a 7-point lead. We are live off release. It's 1-and-1 here. You're going to make one to earn another. First one bounces its way home. So the Bulldogs doing a nice job. They opened the game 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and since then, I do believe they haven't missed. So they're doing a nice job from the free throw line, and they're working in a lot of players here tonight. And the second, good. Ice in his veins here, number 11. Number 2, Santos looking. 3 minutes to go in the half. The biggest lead of the day for the Bulldogs, 20-11. coming off their best defensive game of the year. Fired three, no good for the Kilties. And number 11 for the Bulldogs, Rafferty, gets the long rebound, takes it down, swings it to Hamlin. Looking for the pick, and Gorman slides out and gives it to him, and he gets it. Rafferty with it, fires out, think he got his toe down, and he did. He travels, and the Kilties will take the turnover for certain. They haven't had a lot to get their crowd too excited for here in the second quarter. They have 5 points here in the second. Only 6 in the first. So that is just great defense by the Bulldogs. And a block from behind. Huge block. He is called for the foul, Hamlin, but the crowd doesn't care. And a foul like that, you really never hurts the team. An aggressive foul, a little bit too much of the wrist. Definitely shows his leaping ability. So the Kilties go to the line for 2, trailing by 9. Both teams in the bonus. 2.5 to go. First free throw's no good. So the Kilties struggling in all facets of offense, but they have the ability. They have the ability to play defense. We've seen that. We saw that this season, and we saw it in the first quarter right here tonight. And we've seen them go on runs and come back. We are live on release. And the second free throw is good. 8-point ball game as Hake will inbound. The Kilties press. Samo has it, double teamed, and he gets it. Hake pushes it up, gets it across half court, and the pass is intercepted, but Gorman tries to come away with it, and the Kilties do a nice job of avoiding the jump ball, even though the possession arrow is in their favor. They have possession. Santos with it, letting the offense set up. Ogle's on him, and they pass it out to three-point range. Number 11 got his second foot down, no travel, gets his own rebound. Neither are good. Hake has it, pushes it up to Samo, and he hangs in the air, no good. Kilties with the rebound. Both teams unable to convert as they attack the hoop, and both defenses, great job on the rebounding. Number 2, Santo, he is pocket picked by Hake. Gorman all the way up court to Rafferty. Nice dish late to Ogle, a little too late, saved by Samo, who has it, and Ogle will set up. To the far side, Rafferty saves it. Hake has it. Not quite in sync, but with the ball. Ogle's got it, swings to Hake. Hake attacks the hoop, and it is short. Number 11, Ventura, very active for the Kilties, kicks it outside, three-point attempt. It's an air ball, and he will hear it from the dog pound, who are standing for the entirety of this one. Ogle's got it for the Bulldogs. About a minute scoring drought for both teams. Bulldogs looking to end it here. 1 minute to go in the half. 8-point Bulldog advantage. Both teams with 17 fouls in the penalty. Ogle's got it. And looking for the charge, and he gets called for a travel. And Kilty's looking for a charge. I was looking for the block. Ogle was looking for the block. Travel's the call. That's all that matters. Turnover Bulldogs. We are under a minute. It's been over a minute since we've had a field goal. So you got to look at that and remember these streaks. We've had streaks of blanks, complete blanks. So if those time out with hot streaks, they could go anywhere, off the ball. Physical foul called on Ogle again, I do believe. And that is going to, yep, that's on Ogle. That is 2 quick ones, and that's going to force the senior to the bench. And that's going to put the Kilties on the line with a silly foul away from the ball. 8th team foul, so it is only a 1-and-1, but that is putting a senior on the bench. He's only got 2 team fouls, but they happen within 10 seconds of each other. And I told you, this is going to be a physical one, folks. We are just getting started. I can promise you the second half, we're going to have double the electricity of the first. There is going to be so much emotion on the court from, we know the Bulldogs. We are live, the free throw is good, but from both squads here. They don't bust down fan flows of people for every game. But what could be the end of a run for seniors or for a team's campaign that season, they do. The dog pound has not sat down at all for this one, and I don't imagine they will. We are live. Second free throw bounces long. Samo with it. 7-point game, 45 seconds to go. All the action brought to you here by Westerly.live, folks. Westerly.radio. Hake with it. Half a minute. They're going to have to at least make one attempt. Shot clock is still running. Williams has it. Looking for someone. He gets Gorman in the block. Physical D by the Kilties. Gorman looking for some help. Kicks it back out to Hake. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for some room here. Looking for anybody. And he finds Samo. They got 5 to go. And the crowd tells him he puts it up and in! With a little body, no look, 4-footer, and a nice shot by Samo. What a night he has had. He may not have 1,000,000 points, but it's the intangibles, deep three. And they are unable to connect, and that is the end of the half, folks. Unable to connect on the three of the Kilties. That's been the story from deep for both teams here in the first half. We have reached the half. The Bulldogs matched their largest lead of the half on that finish by Samo. The score, Westerly 22, the Mount Pleasant Kilties 13. We are going to go to break real quick, folks. I promised you a heated second half of action. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. We'll be back in a few.
Dunkley Cooling and Heating was started by my father out of our home in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. And he had a vision after he got out of the Navy and worked for a local heating and cooling company to provide for his family. That's where our company started. We service and install heating and cooling systems. Gas, heat pumps, boilers, furnaces, air conditioners, ductless mini splits. We're an award-winning company, great reviews. I'm involved in the business. We care about our customers. There's nothing worse being out with friends and they say, how come I can't find you on the internet? You're not on the first page. Customers saying, I didn't know you did that. There's nothing worse than seeing your competitors there and not you. I did dive in with the other company and decide, let's give this a try. And we spent a lot of time on the phone trying to embrace what we do, share it with someone on the other end that doesn't really know your industry. And it started out well, I would say, for the first year or two we were with them. But like anything else, you get involved in large box style store companies. Working with that company started out great, but as they grew, I found that it was more difficult to have the personalized relationship that I have now with Strategia. I like to be able to work with owners and people that run their businesses so that I can get action done instead of dealing with an 800 number and hoping that a human will call back someday, maybe. I don't want to be a number. I want to be a customer for life. One of the nice things about working with Strategia is it's a local company. They understand our local markets. They understand our local politics, our local chambers of commerce. They have relationships with these places. They understand how things work locally, how we're all connected. By working the magic in the background and working with Strategia, I've been able to push myself forward, and I have the statistics to prove it. So do yourself a favor. Type in the keywords that you think people are using to find your business and see where you rank organically, naturally, not with a paid ad. And if you're angry, it's time to fire the people that you're paying and hire Strategia.
Where's my mom? No. No, I need my mom. Yes, yeah?
Welcome back, everybody, and we are nearing the start of the second half, the final half of basketball here at Federico Gymnasium for the 2021-2022 season, folks. But don't worry, the court won't go idle for long, as boys volleyball will be infiltrating the hardwood in April here, at the beginning of April, when all of our spring sports start. We'll be touching on 5 sports throughout the spring, folks. We'll be bringing you baseball, varsity softball, varsity girls lacrosse, volleyball, boys lacrosse, action all the time from Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. Folks, I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens, and together we are about to bring you an action-packed second half. Folks, when they met this season, they went into double overtime, and Mount Pleasant edged Westerly. It was a very emotional game. They came back from a deficit about this much. I don't have the numbers exact, but I do have a decent memory, and I know they were trailing by a decent bunch at the half. They were able to come back. Anything is possible in basketball. Anything is possible in high school. And I'll tell you what, 9 points in the big scheme of things, when it's the last game ever for some of these players, means nothing. The second half, it might as well be 0-0. There are seniors on the court playing for their basketball careers. It doesn't get any bigger, it doesn't get any better, and there's no place I'd rather be and nothing I'd rather be doing than bringing it to you. Here we go, there's the horn. The teams are taking the court. The Bulldogs will start the half with a 22-13 lead, possession arrow in their favor. Mount Pleasant brought a good fan buzz down with them, so they're excited. They have switched sides of the court. Number 11 working off for the pick. Good defense blocking by Marcus Hake, didn't get his feet set. Quick foul by the Bulldogs. Been a very physical game, a defensive game. I expect nothing less than even more physicality and more defense. It's low score in the first half. Each team struggled offensively to drop a field goal. From long, neither team's really gotten into a rhythm, only sinking 1 3-pointer each. So number 11 for the Kilties drives and kicks out number 5. Contested jumper, nice defense by Gorman. Ogle rips down the rebound. Bulldogs doing a great job boxing out, not allowing second attempts. The Kilties with only a couple. The jump pass by Wilk to Samo, back to Wilk. The senior Wilk had 2 fouls quick, had to take a few minutes off at the end of the first quarter. Now I would imagine you won't see any minutes off unless he gets 2 more quick ones. So we're swinging up top, Ogle back to Wilk. Moving his players around a little bit. Samo off the ball in a great first half for the Bulldogs. Ogle lucky that foot kept planted. Gorman has it, good defense by the Kilties. 2 seconds, he's got to get it up, and he doesn't. He's stripped. Shot clock violation, whichever one you want to call. Great D by the Kilties. Bulldogs turn it over. So we are over a minute in and no score yet here in the second half. State playoff action. Jumper, great D by Samo and Gorman. Went off the bottom of the backboard, long rebound. Went to the Kilties, went right back up with it, blocked, and the Kilties get the offensive rebound that I was saying they were unable to get in the first half. They do a good job crashing the boards. Number 1, Buchanan, the senior. You're going to start hearing me say the senior, both of these teams, because some of these seniors are going to step up right now and play for their lives. Number 1, Buchanan had a great second half and overtime. He took over the first matchup for the Kilties and was very quiet here in the first half. Let's see if there's more of that today. First free throw good. 22-14. We're live on release. 2 for 2 right out the gates. Matthew Buchanan, remember that name. I do. Wilk has it. Swings. Samuel's got it. And they weave. Hake with it. Wilk on the baseline. Gorman in the post. Long pass. Almost picked off. Samuel ends up with it somehow. And they kick out to Hake. 3-point attempt. It's good! And he's got their 2 threes. He's 2 of 3 from the day. And the Bulldogs up to their biggest lead. 10-point advantage. 25-15. And number 2, Santos tries to drive. Wilt gets his hand on a pass attempt. Goes back to Santo. And number 11 tries to avoid the backcourt and can't. Great defense by the Bulldogs. Great defense by the senior Wilt. Bulldogs will have it with a 10-point advantage. The senior Ogle will inbound to the senior Hake. And let's see if these Bulldog seniors can take over. You know they want to walk out of this gym winners the last time they play on it for certain. Samo open 3. Good look by Wilk. No good long. The long rebound by Santo. And he is fouled on the floor though. No shot attempt. Not a bad foul, but it is on, I believe, Wilk. Yes, it is. So that's his 3rd. You're going to have to watch it. He's the senior, so it's a balancing match for Coach Gleason here. One of your most effective players, your leader, your guard, your senior, And now he's got 3 early in the third. You only get 5. Buchanan with it. And they will start up top again, Santos. And he crosses over, tries to get to the hoop. Great D, blocked by Samo, and it's going to get called. Samo didn't make contact with the ball. Great block attempt, good defense, and it goes over the backboard. Bulldogs take over with a 10-point lead, looking to add to their biggest lead of the night. Wilk is giving orders on the court. And Samo will give it to Wilk, and they have to avoid a back court, and it is thrown errantly to the Kilties. Bad pass by Samo. Wilk had to avoid the back court, and it almost turns into a three-pointer. The Kilties still can't convert. Both teams wrestle, and Haight comes out with it. All season long, he comes out with it in the scrum. He gives it to Ogle, and the 2 big power men for the Bulldogs. The big strong men combine for the turnover and the bucket. The 2 seniors take over. And you're starting to feel the energy. Just feel what this game means to them in this gym. We have a break in action here, folks. This production is brought to you in part by Strategia, folks. Website design and maintenance, social media management, local company with local strategies to help your company stand out on the web. That is Strategia. So we go on a little bit of a break between the winter season and the spring season, but not long. The end of this month, fast pitch softball kicks off at Similari Field, and then we're off and running from there. Like I said, baseball, boys and girls, lacrosse and volleyball, all kicking off in the first week of April. And we'll be bringing it all to you live from Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. There is the buzzer. Teams getting every second they can as the pressure mounts. We are 3 minutes into the second half here, folks. Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the day, 12. Possession arrow in their favor. Only thing right now, the only number that's a little weary for the Bulldogs they don't like is Wilk's 3 fouls. But he's a smart player, so he'll adjust his play. The Kilties will take it up court, Santos. Bulldogs haven't applied full court pressure, obviously haven't needed to. Defense is the chant in the gym. As the temperature rising, as the minutes are ticking away. Santos blocked by Samo, but it gets into the hands of Buchanan, and he goes up with it quick and scores, brings it to 10. In their first matchup, he found himself in the right spot, or made himself in the right spot. No look, Gorman in the paint, turns around, fouled on the shot attempt. Great look by Wilk, nice spot on the pass up top. Good job by Gorman of getting the foul, getting it up quick, and they go to the free throw line 4-2. Back to Buchanan. He was the hot hand in the second half and in overtime for the Kilties. I'm not sure exactly where the hand was in the first half of either game, but when the pressure mounts, he finds himself there. And he is a senior. Gorman, the sophomore, and it bounces in. Bulldogs getting some nice bounces on their free throws and doing a nice job from the free throw line, which is huge in a game of this magnitude. Live on the release. And it is good. Gorman, the sophomore, steady from the line. And he will take a break as Mello Hamlin enters the game, also a sophomore guard for the Bulldogs. So Hamlin, Samo, a pair of sophomores. There are your future guards, folks, for the next couple of years up to come. Santos takes it to the Hamlin, who just entered the game, and he fouls him on the floor. Blocking foul, pushing foul on the Bulldogs. So the Kilties will inbound number 3. Quick 14 fouls for the Bulldogs. That's not a great number either. And they are unable to convert. The Kilties, good D by the Bulldogs underneath. Nice crossover by Wilk, finds Hake in the baseline. Hake finds Samo, good contact, but it goes in favor of the Kilties, who get it up to the other end. And number 11 is waiting Ventura for a quick 2. And they have brought it back to 10. Hamlin with a nice move, crossover gets in the hoop, finds Samo underneath. He created that with his dribble, folks. Samo finds him, places himself in a nice spot, What a combination for years to come we are going to have. Tonight's what matters, and they're here. And right there, Samo has been just spectacular defensively, and he forces that turnover as well. Bulldogs up by the most all night, 31-19, with the ball and the possession arrow. Only numbers looking a little weary here are team fouls, and we're watching number 2's fouls. We want him on the court all night. He's a senior. He belongs here in front of his fans. This is their send-off. Across the court to Samo. What a game he has had, if you're watching from up top. Crossover by Wilk. Takes it, triple team. Great job by the Kilties, and Buchanan ends up with it. So they converge as Wilk tries to take it to the hole, and they do a good job of not fouling. Number 11, crossover, hop step, gets around Ogle. Great move, and that is Ventura converting for the Kilties. 10-point game. Hamlin crosses over, and he is fouled from behind, and the Bulldogs will take it. I think that's their third team foul for the Kilties. Only their second, actually. Bulldogs looking to level off those numbers a little bit for this early. Wilk with it. Hamlin. Samo underneath the Hake. Spins into the paint. His left. Nice job defensively by number 13 of the Kilties. They're doing a good job underneath right now. Buchanan with the rebound, and number 3 will reset DeSimone for the Kilties. And the pick and roll, deep 3, air ball, falls in the hands of a Kiltie, turns around, puts it right back up and in. That's Amadeo, the sophomore. Kilties cutting into the lead, down by only 8. Samo with it, picks up his dribble, back to Wilk. Let's see if the Bulldogs can answer, they need to. And there is a timeout, Coach Gleason on the court. Momentum shifting slightly in favor of the Kilties. Coach Gleason wisely puts an end to that energy move. Calls the timeout. Bulldogs do well out of their timeouts. Coaching staff does an excellent job of play calling coming out of the timeouts that they do use. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds into the second half. We have an 8-point Bulldog advantage. So point totals here are status quo as they were in the first half. We've seen the emergence here a little bit of Buchanan, who had a great first match against the Bulldogs. And we are watching the sophomores have a great game off the ball, as well as Marcus Hake. Ogle playing aggressively. So let's see what they do out of the timeout. The winner heads to Rick on the 6th to play what more than likely will be a LaSalle Academy waiting squad who were upset. They walked into the Division I championships with a 22-0 record and were defeated by Classical in the championship. So they are definitely playing with some fire in their eyes and some hunger here in the state tournament. Huge upset that was for Classical, who won convincingly by 19 in that championship game. We are now in the Open State tournament. So the Bulldogs, with a victory, will head to a hungry LaSalle team at Rick. The experience to play at Rick alone is exciting for any high school kid. Underneath, Gorman's pass a little bit off. Kilties with the turnover. Number 3, scoop, nice shot, doesn't go. And the rebound though, and that might be a travel, nothing called. Kilties come away with the ball on the floor. A little bit more aggressive with it right now is Mount Pleasant. Bulldogs gonna have to step up here. Number 11 with it. 3-point attempt contested by Mello, no good. But the offensive rebound, and it goes off of his own foot. Number 13 had it. That is Sylvia, the junior, for the Kilties. And he had a chance to go back up with it, but it went off his toe. Thank goodness for the Bulldogs, who need to switch momentum here a little bit. Crowd's up. And Hake with it. Wilk will cross center court. Hake has it. Finds Gorman underneath, goes off his hands, but will stay with the Bulldogs as the Kilties got a hand in on it. So there's a substitution as Santos comes back in for the Kilties, and Samos will inbound it for the Bulldogs underneath their own hoop. In front of the dog pound, Gorman to Hamlin to Wilk, and they swing. Samo, 3, no good. Rebound, Gorman back up with it, and good. That is just what the doctor ordered. Sophomore Ben Gorman with a huge offensive rebound and a bucket. to quiet the crowd and seat them for the Kilties, who look for a quick answer and get it from Santos, who takes it strong to the hoop. Back to 8. Hake with it, having a great day here. Under a minute, third quarter of play, 8-point game. Anybody's game, folks. This game still has that eerie, similar feeling of their first matchup. Turnover, number 11 steals it. And he's going to take it hard to the hoop, tries to go up with a great D by Gorman. Ends up in the hands of Santos, so the Kilties will get an extra possession here. 30 seconds to go, quarter number 3. They trail by 8, trying to cut into the lead and making it the smallest of the second half thus far if they can convert. The Bulldogs will get another possession, assuming a rebound. Number 11 takes it to the hoop, hoping for a foul. Great D. No foul. Gorman rebound. Bulldogs will get the last shot if they so choose. Wilk with it. Passes inside to Gorman. Nice play cut. And he doesn't get the foul call, doesn't get the bucket. Neither does Hake. And they go the other way. And there's a foul away from the ball. Who is it going to get called on? I do believe Marcus Hake. So we have 5 seconds. That's going to wave that shot off. And then from there, I'm going to see what happens. And we are going to get an official call here. Coach Gleason is not pleased. Regardless, the Bulldogs are going to have 5 team fouls here in the third quarter. They're going to go into the fourth with only 1 foul to give. That foul is against the Bulldogs. And then there was a foul on the Kilties, Santos, so that's going to be their third team foul. So whose possession? I would imagine it's going to end up with the Kilties. But again, once they're done arguing with the coaches, they're going to let us know. There's the horn. And the Bulldogs, Hake will inbound. 5 seconds to go. Third quarter. Bulldogs up by only 6. Wilk with it. 4 seconds. Gets across half the court, goes around his back, not going to get a shot. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. And I'm going to give that third quarter to the Kilties, folks. The Bulldogs with 33, the Kilties with 27, 6-point advantage. Only 8 minutes to go, folks, in somebody's season here. Only 8 minutes to go in one of these team seniors' careers. I promise you they're going to be up and ready. We got a small break here, folks, between now and the fourth quarter. We will be right back.
One of the things that we've noticed is since we started working with Strategia, we're getting better quality leads. Leads are coming to us and they're almost pre-qualified. They're looking at our website, they're seeing what we can do, and they're deciding that they want to work with us.
And welcome back to the action, folks, as the coach is making their final, most important adjustments of the night. We are live here at Federico Gymnasium. The last time of the season, of the winter season that is, for the Bulldogs. They have 8 minutes to go. The winner moves on to Rhode Island College to the next round of the state tournament. The Dog Pound on their feet. They had a 10-point lead at the half. They got a 6-point lead going into the fourth. Possession arrow in their favor. Fouls, however, are not. The Bulldogs can only have 1 foul to give. Going into the fourth quarter, the Kilties with 3 team fouls. The seniors, whoever drops this game, folks, that's the end of their career. That's it. No more basketball for them, and they know it. And that means so much to these high school athletes that put so much out here. And for the Bulldogs, regardless of the outcome, win, they still don't play here at Federico Gymnasium anymore. They want to walk off their court owning it. And we have started the fourth quarter of play. Hamlin has it. Immediately aggressive driving kick. Samuel's got it, head fake. Kick back out to Wilk. You expect a defensive quarter here, folks, and that's where we get to start. Hake has it. Got a good game. Nice pass to Gorman. Nice cut. And they quit Bulldogs with a quick bucket. 35-27. They go up by 8. Great passing, great cuts to open the fourth quarter. Number 11, hard to the hoop to answer. Shot goes strong, but Buchanan back up with it. And he almost gets the offensive rebound, and he doesn't get the call. The Bulldogs there on defense. He was thinking they batted it out. And the Bulldogs get possession. There were a lot of hands there. I am not sure which was the last to get it. The Bulldogs get the call. I'll tell you what, this is the last game of the year. We are going to take it. Hamlin has it. And he takes it, drives to the hoop himself from underneath, and he can't convert. Nice take, though. He has played an aggressive game. And the Kilties try to get it over the top, take a tough jumper. Not a well-advised shot. Same with the rebound. And from behind Buchanan, and he is upset. They are called for the foul. So that is big as the Kilties get another team foul. And they are inching in with the Bulldogs. They have 4 team fouls now. Bulldogs will inbound with an 8-point advantage. The senior Marcus Hake, one of the most physical players, wears his heart on his sleeve. And him, Jackson Ogle, Dante Wilk, they are going to leave it all on the floor today. Gorman with it underneath, and the roll rolls out, can't convert. And number 11 for the Kilties. Waste no time, kicks out number 5 for 3, and he buries the 3. First action of the night I've seen. That is Adrian Shepard, the sophomore, with ice in his veins. Brings the Kilties within 5. The refs call a timeout break real quick so Ben Gorman can tie his shoe. The first 3 in no bigger time. Folks, we got the closest game we've had all night. 6 1/4 to go, 4th quarter. State playoff action, Federico Gymnasium. Next time we have action here, it's going to be the boys volleyball team, folks. Hoops are done on the hardwood in Westerly after today. Wilk with it. Just over 6 to go, 4th quarter. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you the action. All the way to the hoop he goes, gets the foul he was looking for. That's a senior Wise possession. Takes it to the hoop, looking for both, gets 1. 2 free throws, 2 big free throws for this senior. As the Kilties will not allow momentum to go fully in favor of the Bulldogs here in the second half. Buchanan called with a couple quick fouls. Bulldogs have their chance, and then the freshman buries the 3, and Wilk misses the front end of the 2. We are live on the back end, and this is going to come down to the end, folks, just like the first matchup did. Both teams with that never say die attitude. They don't want to let go. We are live, and it's good. The senior buries 1. 6-point advantage. Possession arrow in favor of the Kilties. Both teams with only 1 free throw to give. Bulldogs did a great job when they were in foul trouble. They had 5 early on in the second half. Hake on the ball, he gets picked off. Gorman switch to the hoop, the runner, no foul called. And Buchanan ends up with the offensive rebound and goes up with that lefty hook. Gets the point for the Kilties. They're down by only 4. Correction. I'm telling you, Buchanan is their money player. Hake gets the pass from Wilk. All the way to the hoop he goes, and the steal from behind by Buchanan, but he steps on the baseline, and the Bulldogs will maintain possession. They got to be careful, folks. He is all over, and he was here last time they played. I think they kind of saved him for the second half or something. The senior forward, Hamlin, to inbound, and he gets it underneath the Gorman. Great job, great patience, great position by the sophomore. Big bucket. Big bucket. Extends the lead to 6. 5 1/4 to go in the 4th quarter. Regulation here, folks. Off the pick, Santos tries to get to the hoop and does. The senior answers. Back to 4. No one's getting away easy here. Hamlin has it. Ooh, almost went back himself. Santos with it. Same old correction to Ogle. Picks up his dribble. All the way out to Wilk, crossover, runner, long. Ogle tries to get the rebound, ball hit the baseline, turnover. Buchanan will inbound for the Kilties, who are down by the least they have been in this, since they fell behind, in fact, in the second quarter. They trail only by 4 with possession and possession arrow. Air ball being chanted by the visiting crowd. What an environment. There's a jungle in here. Santos with a reverse. Buchanan, offensive rebound. Kicks out, open three. Bounce, no good. Buchanan almost gets the offensive rebound again, and it's going to stay with the Kilties. He gets it. It's off of Bulldog's hand. He is everywhere. God, it was like deja vu when he made his first play. His name just re-registered from the last time we were here, and he has not disappointed the Kilties, that's for certain. It's disappointing the Bulldogs don't have an answer, and they do there. Wilk with a block. Santos with these offensive rebounds. They're getting a lot of second chances here, and Haig fights for it. It ends up with the Kilties. A runner to the hoop doesn't go. And Samo gets the rebound, and finally the Bulldogs end up with it. Hamlin, he's got to slow down from behind the steal. Santos, the easy layup for the Kilties. Timeout, 2-point game. I'm losing my voice, 4 minutes to go in the season for somebody, folks. We got 2-minute ball game. Federico Gymnasium, season on the line, seniors' careers on the line. We're going to go on a quick break. No, we're going to stay with the action here, folks. The environment is crazy. It's a jungle in here. We got the dog bound on one side. We got the Kilties crew on the other. It is good, old-fashioned high school action. Clean fun. I have broken out a sweat here. I knew when this game was reading 10 or 12, I just had that feeling that it was going to be very, very much like that first game. It's almost like the Kilties play a backloaded game. The Bulldogs from deep have not been able to land at all tonight, really. They've hit, I think, 3 on the evening. Kilties, until number 5, the freshman, came in, they were very cold from distance. And what is quite likely the most important adjustments the coaches are making in their season here. 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter. State playoff action. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you all the action. This wraps up winter action, folks. And the teams take the court. Bulldogs possession. Both teams, one foul to give. That's the backdrop. The rest is up to the guys on the court, folks. Here we go. Defense from one side of the court. The dog pound on their feet in front of the other. Haig looking. Over flashes. Hamlin has it. Kicks back to Wilk. Ogle open. 3 from the far side. Can't bury it. Haig with a huge offensive rebound. Looking to reset. Someone's got to come to him, and Wilk does. Big spot. No one bigger. Huge pass. How he got through, I don't know. But the Kilties are there. They block him from behind, and there's no whistle. It shocks me. The gym's so loud. I thought there would be one, but it's a clean block. We very well could either have a tie, a change of lead. Santos is going to go to the hoop with it. He's going to get fouled on the floor. And it's going to be against. Samo wants to take it for certain, and he will get it, fortunately for the Bulldogs. Had that gone against Wilk, that would have given him 4 and put him in jeopardy here. Bulldogs lead by only 2 and are now in essentially the penalty. From now on, the Kilties will head to the line for a 1-and-1. They will inbound under their own hoop. It's a Mateo. Good defense by the Bulldogs. They make it flip it up top to Santos. Great D by Ogle. And there's a pick. They stick with it. Ogle's on the ball. He backs up. No room. Haig on D now. On the ball. That's number 3 with it. The senior guard calling for help. He wants a pick from Buchanan. And the roll. It's not there. The 3 attempt. No good. And Gorman takes it. And what is the call? The call's a jump ball. And that's going to go to the Kilties. The Bulldogs will get the next. They lose this one, they'll get the next. The crowd is very, very awake on the far side. So the Kilties with another chance to tie or take the lead. We are down to 3 minutes to go in somebody's season, in somebody's career. This is high school action, and it gets no better. Inbound to Buchanan, kicks out wide open. Great vision, and it's good! And the Kilties have their first lead since the first quarter. All the way back from 13 down. How will the Bulldogs answer with everything on the line? All the adversity in the world right now. Wilk has it. Will they answer? To Hake on the baseline. He tries to get Gorman underneath, and the Kilties collapse. Jump ball. Westerly stays with it, and it's going to get a little chippy. 2.5 to go, folks. And there's going to be talking, and the players are separating themselves. There's an official standing there essentially doing nothing. Bulldogs will retain possession. Inbounding will be Hamlin. The chant loud in Federico Gymnasium across the gym from the Kilty crew. And they're looking for something. Nothing there. They got to get up top to Wilk. His three-point attempt. Good! And no bigger time of his career. The gym erupts from our side. Huge momentum steal. Dante Wilk, the biggest three of his career. First of the night. Inbounded to Buchanan, blocking foul. It's going to put him to the line. He's going to get 2. Hamlin not happy with it, but I'm going to tell you, they're going to try to get it to Buchanan, and he's going to try to convert every possession from here on out. The Bulldogs got to know that. It's the Santos and Buchanan show from here. I hope they make the adjustments. 41-39, he can tie it from the line. First free throw, bounces out. Huge miss for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go. Buchanan, we're live on release, back end of 2. Ogle and Hake need the box out here. And the second, off the front of the rim, no good. And their clutch player 0 for 2 with all the chips on the floor. Will the Bulldogs capitalize with a 2-point lead and possession? And they get Wilk flashing out to Ogle. He gets inside, spin move, keeps his possession and lands it. The 7-footer avoids 2 defenders and lands it. So 2 seniors, 5 quick points. Wilk and Ogle answer for the Bulldogs. Santos trying to do the same. Double clutch to the hoop. Great D by Samos all day long. He has been playing fantastic defense. And the Kilties able to wrestle Hamlin down to the ground with it. He wanted a call. Ball goes out of bounds. Kilties are going to call a timeout. We got a 4-point Bulldogs advantage. The Bulldogs are on a 5-0 run. The Kilties, Buchanan takes the lead, their first lead of the night, and bang, the Bulldogs kick into action, possibly realizing that this is it. 1:34 to go in their time here at Federico Gymnasium, on this floor, in front of these fans. It can't get more important than that. They come out, Wilk buries a 3. Ogle, with great post presence, buries the 7-footer, and what turned into their first deficit since the first quarter turns out to be a 4-point advantage here. That possession arrow in favor of the Kilties. Both teams essentially going to the line in the penalty. Kilties have 1 free throw to give correction. Bulldogs in the penalty, and Coach Gleason getting his final instruction here, folks, as the horn goes off. No doubt they will utilize every minute they can. So the Kilties with 5 team fouls, as that switched here. So that's what the confusion in my head was. The Bulldogs have 7. Kilties will go to the line. Have no doubt it will be a physical minute and 34 seconds. It will be a chippy minute and 34 seconds, and it will not shock me if it goes longer than that. The second buzzer goes off, and Buchanan will inbound for the Kilties. Ogle on the ball. Inbounds it to the backcourt. Santos to Kilties senior. The Bulldogs fans making their presence felt. Defense is a chant. He steps up, crossover in the paint. Kicks it outside, deep 3. Rims out. I don't know why they tried that, but they did. Ogle with a big rebound. The Bulldogs trying to break the press, and they're able to. And a hard foul from behind. And Santos is credited for the foul. He goes down and gets hit in the eye from behind. Hake is fouled from behind. That is their last foul to give, so the Bulldogs will go to the line from here. That is a great thing to see if you're a Westerly fan. And now Westerly will call a timeout. 1:12 to go here, folks. The intensity in this environment, the nerves are just palpable here. It gets no better than this. 6 o'clock on a Thursday night. Where can you get into an environment like this? And the Kilties brought the game with them. I'll tell you that right now. They got a great fan base. They have provided their end of excitement without a doubt. They have not disappointed. This is a no-quit Kilty squad. They were down by double digits the first time they came to town. They walked out with a double overtime victory. They were down in double digits this time. They managed to get a 1-point lead, worked their way all the way back, and now you got a Bulldog 4-point lead. So now that you're caught up, I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger, Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you all of the action. The intensity is crazy here, folks. It gets no better than this. The end of home winter sports here in Westerly. We got 1:12 to go. Hamlin has possession with a 4-point lead. The clock starts a couple seconds late, and he gives it to Haig, and they reach in, and it stays with the Bulldogs. 1:07. Every second matters. He's going to call for it deep. Hamlin gets it in the backcourt. And he crosses over, crosses half court. Hake has it, and he looks inside, and they intercept the pass. They crashed. There were two Kilties there. They did what they had to. We're inside of a minute, down by 4. They're not going to waste time. Santos has it. He's going to go to the hoop. Or find Buchanan for 3. No good. Samo with perhaps his biggest rebound of the day. Now Jesse Samo, not a senior, but boy, we have a future to watching him. Off the ball, away from the ball, defensively, he has had possibly his best game of the year. He is an offensive threat and an offensive weapon always, only a sophomore. We'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 now. Both teams are in the penalty. We are live on release, 44.8 to go, fourth quarter, 4-point lead. Bulldogs looking to make it a 3-possession game, well, close to. First free throw, bounces away, Buchanan with the rebound. 40 seconds, plenty of time for the Kilties who cross over. And this guy not afraid to shoot for certain. Off of Hamlin's hands, they're working underneath. Bulldogs crash, no look, Buchanan good. 2-point game, 43-41. They got it to their guy Buchanan. Timeout on the court, Kilties. We are down to a half a minute of action. 2-point game. Bulldogs ball. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. This is real live action here at Federico Gymnasium, Rhode Island State Basketball Tournament 2021-2022. Who goes home tonight and who moves on to Rhode Island College? Whose seniors live to play another day? And will these Westerly seniors walk out owners of their domain, winning the last time they play on the hardwood here at Federico Gymnasium? I promise you they're going to leave everything out there for you as they have all night. Here we have it. Both teams have 7 fouls. Any foul, they go to the line. Nobody's got 4 fouls, so we don't got to worry about anyone fouling out in regulation. 31.9 to go. Possession arrow in favor of the Kilties. Possession, however, the big one, in favor of the Bulldogs. The first buzzer goes off. It'll take 2. Which coach comes up with the play? All season long, Coach Gleason and the Bulldog staff able to come up with some beautiful plays off of timeouts and out of breaks. The biggest play of the season we will see right here. I guarantee physicality on the defensive end from the Kilties. 2-point ball game. 31.9 to go. And the teams take the court. Hake will inbound. And the Kilties will press. Both students, sections on their feet. The shot clock is off. And they press. Hamlin makes his way open. He's going to work with it on the backcourt. Finds Wilk open. And he's going to cut to the hoop, and he finds Samo underneath. And the sophomore converts. What a cut. Ice in his veins. The sophomore 4-point lead under 20. And from behind, Ogle, the steal. The senior steal. They're forced to follow Wilk. What a chant of events! Coach Gleason and the staff come out with some Bulldog magic. They come out biting. 4-point lead. They go to the line to ice this thing and move on to Rhode Island College. Wilk, the senior, no one more deserving. 1-1, looking to put this thing out of reach. 13.6 to go. And the front end is good. 5-point Bulldogs lead. And they're starting to taste it now, folks. They're starting to taste it. Forever they will walk into this gym in the future. And remember, they walked out owning their home, owning their domain. This is the Dog Pound. This is the Dog House. And the Westerly Bulldogs look like they are ready to move to Rhode Island College for the next round. What a season they've had at home. What entertainment they have provided us. And what an opportunity we've had to bring it live to you. We got 13.6 to go. Wilk just hit 2 free throws, the 2 biggest of his career. 6-point Bulldog advantage. Both teams in the penalties. The Kilties are going to need some magic here, folks. They need a 3. They need a turnover. They need another 3. They can't foul. It's all going to happen in 13 seconds. Can it happen? Absolutely. Stay tuned. Now Coach Gleason focusing on a defensive call. He came out of the huddle with what an adjustment, what a full court play. Great job on the court. The Bulldogs have some real sophomore presence out there, as I'll tell you, between Samo, Hamlin, at center with Gorman. The future is bright for the Bulldogs, but the future is right now as well. Here we go, 13.6. And it's going to tick down quickly. The Bulldogs with a short press, running a 1-2-2. And they cross midcourt, and they lose it. Samo gets his hand on it, and he forces it thrown away. Haight gets his hand on it, and it's going to be a backcourt, I believe it is. Waiting for the official call. Regardless, there's only 5 seconds left. And this game is all but over, folks. And it is going to be a backcourt, and that is going to wrap this up, I do believe. Great defense out of the timeout for the Bulldogs. Ogle, the senior, flips to Wilk. And Wilk will hold down the last 5 seconds. And the Bulldogs get vengeance. They seek redemption and get revenge here in the playoffs versus the Mount Pleasant Kilties. Regular season double overtime. Kilties edged them out, but not here, not now. The Westerly Bulldogs 47, Mount Pleasant Kilties 41, and the seniors send off their final game as owners of the Doghouse here in 2021, 2022. They walk out winners. They head to Rick. And we, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, are going to see you at the end of the month as spring sports will kick in. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. We will see you soon.